I'm going to compare Ranklytics and WriterZen to see which tool performs better for SEO content writing and optimization. Now, if you're looking for the best tools to grow your business, I've been building out my private Notion doc of my personal must-have SaaS tools for digital entrepreneurs. Now you can grab free access to this Notion spreadsheet just by clicking the link in my description. Let's touch on WriterZen first. So this is the dashboard. So WriterZen is essentially composed of 5 main parts. You have the ability to discover new topics for your website, to explore more keywords deeper, plan out your content strategy, create content, and also check for plagiarism. So let's explore some topics. So this feature is essentially a search engine and topic discovery tool to help you in your content writing. So I'm going to type in just a general keyword. I just typed in lavender essential oils. You can select your country and language, then click on search. So now it is collecting data, and here we go. So it essentially grouped topics into these individual buckets. These are essentially keyword modifiers for these long tail keywords. So for the rosemary keyword modifier, we have some topics here. So rosemary lavender, honey body lotion, and then you can open up this article that kind of talks about it. And this second one says aromatherapy essential oil blend, lavender, rosemary, and lavender cedarwood and rosemary bath oil. And then you can show ideas to get some more ideas in terms of what you can write for this rosemary topic. So you could see some headlines to consider, and these headlines are pulled from the top ranking pages. You can also see Google suggest insights. So these are questions or terms a user searches in Google. Okay, so you could view all of the questions people ask, prepositions, and also comparisons, and also a list of related Google searches as well. So you can theoretically create a page for each one of these buckets, which will all fall under the lavender essential oils kind of like main umbrella topic. So you can create another article about like the rosemary, pure lavender essential oils, different brands like doTERRA, so on and so forth. I would say this is very similar to Answer the Public or even Surf for SEO. Now you can display it in this card format, or you can display it in this kind of Answer the Public style here. So you could view all of these long tail keywords that's all related to lavender essential oils. And if you click into one of them, you can take a look at the further details for that specific topic. In terms of usability and understanding the data and whether or not it makes sense, I think it's just okay. Like for example, you see here aromatherapy and aroma. I would say those are both essentially the same. So I definitely would not create a different pages for these two cards here. I would probably either skip these or somehow merge them with my main lavender essential oils page. doTERRA, this makes sense, right? We can create a page around that. Maybe the French lavender oil could be another page, something around dogs, cats. So a lot of these make sense. But a lot of them don't make sense, especially like essential oil. That's way too broad for me. Evaluation as well is a little too kind of broad. So this report is helpful, but at the same time, don't go off of everything it gives you. You need to do your own due diligence. Let's take a look at the Keyword Explorer. So this is a synthetic keyword research tool directly through Google data. So you can start by typing in a seed keyword, or you can actually type in a domain here, or even do the wildcard option, which will help you discover thousands of ideas related to your search term with wildcard search. Now let's do the standard keyword. So I'm just going to type in lavender essential oil, then click on search. Okay, so this is the Keyword Explorer report for lavender essential oil. And as you could see, there is a lot of data to consume here. We could see the average monthly search volume, the top 10 ranking pages, what the average cost per click is like. There are over 2,000 keyword ideas. And I really like this bar graph here. It shows you the search volume over the past year. So you could see whether or not it's trending upwards or downwards, or whether or not there's any seasonality. And you could see what is called the total search volume. This is something I haven't really seen in other tools. So this is the total of all relevant keywords. Our data is derived from the Google Keyword Database and Google Suggest. Okay, so nearly 1 million total search volume of all the relevant keywords. Now here we have two sets of tables. We have a list of the keyword data and also insights. Now this, I would say, is very similar to the first report regarding the topic discovery, but this insights report is more, I would say, closely related to answer the public. Like it says questions, prepositions, comparisons, alphabetical, and numerical. So this Insights tab is pulled from the list of the keyword data. So they basically just organize it into these, questions, prepositions, so on and so forth. So a really great way for you to analyze buckets of keywords. Now, taking a look at the keyword data table, you could see a list of the long tail keywords, the trend over the past 12 months, and these stars indicate that these keywords are trending. So that basically means the keyword is receiving a positive change in its monthly search volume. You could see the average monthly search volume, word count, and also the competition, so low, medium, or hard in terms of the PPC. You could also filter and sort as well, like maybe you want to include a specific keyword, exclude. Now this one is interesting. This one is a very unique feature of WriterZen. This is the golden filter. So this will access two filtering methods for finding keywords with high ranking potential. But before we use the golden filter, let's just say, we want to look for keywords that might not be as popular, which might mean it'll be easier for us to rank. So let's say 100 up to maybe 1,000, then click on apply. And here we go. So these are all of the lower search volume keywords. And as you can see, there are still tons of the keywords that are trending as well. And in terms of the total amount of keywords within our search volume range, there are 380 results. Now, I wish I don't need to scroll all the way down to view the number of keyword results. I wish there was a way to see it more easily at the very top, but unfortunately, you cannot. Now let's click on golden filter. You have the option to have it analyze all keywords, but I just want to select the 380 keywords, then click on, let's see here, golden filter, 380 selected keywords. And then it'll turn it into a project, then click on add. And now it is collecting the data and giving us the golden score for our 380 keywords. Okay, so that took about 1 minute or so pretty quick. Now, if we click on golden score, you could filter by ranking probability or by potential value. So these keywords have a definite chance to quickly rank on your selected SERP position in the bar below. This approach serves best for new websites with limited resources. So this is a gold mine of keywords. So these have all the keywords with low competition, which means low all-in title and moderate search volume. This is very important. Okay, so it basically searched Google for all of these keywords, and then it showed you the all-in title. So this basically means how many pages are using these keywords in the title tag. Okay, so if the all-in title is very low, that basically means no one or very few pages are actually using these in the title tags, which means if you create a page and add that keyword in your title tag, you have a much better chance of ranking quicker and also higher because there is no direct competition. Like very quickly, I could see and pinpoint number 5, mosquito lavender. So this one is trending. It has a search volume of 1,000 and only one other page is using this keyword in their title. So if you add this keyword in your title tag, you have a good potential of ranking higher and faster. This is a really good report for newer websites who want to try to get as much traffic as possible because they are new and they really cannot rank for those really popular high search volume keywords. They need to narrow down and find the ones that are less popular, but still at the same time do have some search volume. And then aside from the all in title column, you can take a look at the golden score. So this reflects a keyword's ranking potential. So the lower the score, the higher probability the keywords rank quickly on Google SERPs. So let me try to sort. So now you could see all of these keywords that have a high probability of ranking quickly and higher. So all in title 0. So this is a hugely important report for all new websites. Okay, now that I'm looking more closely at these keywords, all in title says 0, but if you look at these keywords, they seem pretty popular, like lavender essential oil uses for skin. I actually want to test this out because I highly doubt that no one is adding this to their title. So I'm going to search for lavender essential oil uses for skin, the in title Google search operator, and we see 7 results. Okay, so it's not exactly the same number because it's pulling from WriterZen's proxy, but it's close, right? But if we take a look at what's ranking, we see, a lot of Pinterest, Facebook. Let's see. The one that is kind of standing out to me is well and good. So most likely we will not outrank well and good. But I mean, aside from that, if we have a new website, we can potentially rank. You can also start your article creation process from this view as well. So if you want to write about mosquito lavender, you can check that and then click on create article. But I'll show you the article creation just in a moment. Now I want to show you the keyword planner. So you can cluster your desired keyword list and extract advanced insights to get actionable content briefs. So we need to import keywords. We need to give it a project name and then add keywords here and then click on add. Okay, so now the keyword planner is collecting data for our list of keywords for our lavender essential oil project. Okay, so from the 10 keywords we fed it, it was able to come up with one general topic, which is all about where can you buy lavender essential oil. Okay, so we could see here, where can you buy lavender essential oil, where to buy, and then where to buy again. And this report gives you the intent, so you can see transactional and also another transactional keyword as well. Now, this is very important because this will tell you exactly what type of content you need to create to target these keywords. So what you could do is click into this cluster here, and then you could see on the bottom right-hand corner, it says create article. So you could basically have WriterZen generate an article around this cluster about buying lavender essential oil. Let's take a look at the content creator section. So you could view all of your projects. I'm going to create a new one. And then we need to give it a seed keyword. I'm just going to put in one of those keywords we found. Where can you buy lavender essential oil? You can toggle on the Google NLP. You can add additional keywords to include here. So I'm going to type in where to buy lavender essential oil, and then where to buy lavender oil. We can also toggle on the ability to use WriterZen to suggest more keywords. We can set the priority. Now, this is internally for our team, and also set a deadline. And we can also toggle on the AI assistant features. So write article, title, description, and outline. Write the whole article. So I'm going to toggle both of them on, then click on. Now, before I click on create, let's go to content brief, and then we can fill this out. This is a blog post, the writing tone. I'm going to say friendly conversational, author perspective. I'm going to say doTERRA seller, content angle, affordable places to shop, and also what to look out for. Note for writer, make it easy to read. Okay, so this is just for the writer. And then shared access, you can add writers to this article and then set their permissions. So you can give them the ability to check for plagiarism, look at the competitors and the related questions. Okay, so we have everything set. Now let's click on create. Okay, so that took just a couple of minutes. So all of this was generated by WriterZen, fully written out. The layout, everything is all by the AI. So let's see here. Where can you buy lavender essential oil? Discover affordable shopping spots and tips. Understanding lavender essential oil, what it is, why choose it, affordable shopping spots, online retailers, tips, creating a soothing atmosphere. So really not too bad. I'm reading these paragraphs and it reads pretty good actually. Now on the right-hand side, you can see an analysis. So there's one problem. So we need to add at least 3 images. We have a lot of good results. So the length is good. The number of titles matches the setting, so on and so forth. And there's a couple of improvements we could make. So looks like we need to reduce the page title length. And we need to include 3 internal links or external links in one post. And then you could see the overall score. So it counts how many words it generated, how many headings, paragraphs, so on and so forth. So if you click on outline, you could view the actual outline right here. You could view the keywords. So you can highlight the keywords to see exactly where they are on the page. You could also view the competitors, view questions people are asking, even on Reddit as well. And in terms of the comments, there are no comments yet. Okay, so I think this might be for your team. And then you could do the plagiarism check. Now, this feature is also available right here, as you can see. Now, let me do plagiarism check. So I'm going to click on confirm, and let's see if the AI plagiarized any of this writing. Okay, so that took maybe a minute or so, and plagiarized is 0. So if we click on detailed report, let's see what we can gather. Okay, so this is the content and 0% is plagiarized, so perfect. So if you are hiring writers to write your content, you could use this plagiarism checker just to make sure they aren't copying from a different website. Now you could also see this AI assistant icon at the bottom. So you could view the playground. So you can auto write different paragraph elements like paragraph introduction, enter your heading and get an introduction paragraph, enter a question and get a paragraph long answer. You can have the AI explain different things. You can also have it use like copywriting frameworks like Ada, before and after bridge, problem, agitate, solution. You could also have it give you a list of bullet point answers, so on and so forth, even rewrite text. So you could access the AI assistant like this, or you could basically access it on the body copy itself. So if you highlight this paragraph, you can auto-write the next sentences, auto-write the next paragraph, rewrite it, auto-write with a transition, so on and so forth. So let me just click on rewrite just to show you how this works. Okay, so lavender essential oil extracted from the flowers of the lavender plant, so on and so forth. You can generate more ideas if you don't like the first one. And this is the second one, lavender essential oil extracted from the flowers. Okay, so that's the second one. Okay, so the second part of the paragraph is what changed. So if you like it, click on replace, and then it automatically replaces it. So once you or your writer is done, you can review it, and then you can click on approve. So now it says approved. And if you want to have a writer edit, you can click on require edit, and then edit is required. And then you can also set it back to approve once the edits are made. And then back on my dashboard, you could see my project right here. So 1 out of 1 is completely done. See, the status is approved, the deadline, the priority, task owner, you can add a writer, NLP was added. So I think this is a great UI that WriterZen created to keep track of all of your writing projects and make sure things are moving along, especially if you are hiring your team of writers to write the content for you. Lifetime access to WriterZen starts at $79 for 1 code. And then you can stack up to 5 codes. So basically, the more codes you stack, the more limits you get, okay? So as you saw in my demo, basically like everything you do kind of takes away from your credits. Like if you do a topic discovery, if you do your keyword research, you'll be consuming credits. So if you plan on using this very heavily, then I recommend stacking codes and also really focus on the keywords list and the team seats. So if you have a lot of websites or clients, you probably would want more keywords lists. And if you are working with a team, then you would want more team seats as well. Now this is Ranklytics. So when you log in, it starts at the project level. Okay, so depending on which tier you get determines how many projects you can create. And you can basically add any domain. You don't necessarily need to own it. So to create a project, I'm going to give it a business name, give it the website, give it a category. I'm just going to say beauty and personal care, the location, language, and description. We review and teach people about essential oils, then click on next, and then we need to add our competitors. So I'm going to put a handful of competitors here. So I have this one, and this is another website. It looks like an affiliate website. And then I'm going to add this one as well. And this one kind of looks like an affiliate site. So there we go. Then click on next. And it analyzed our website and it pulled a list of target keywords. So these are what it suggested. So essential oils, best essential oils. So a lot of these make tons of sense. So I'm just going to click on, the ones that look relevant to me. You could also manually add keywords here as well. Then click on next. And here is the autopilot mode. So that basically means it'll automatically generate a content strategy with relevant keywords and content ideas and schedules it for AI to automatically create the content and publish it to your website. So right off the bat, Ranklytics is a much more automated, quick, and easy way to churn out content fast versus WriterZen, where it's a little bit more manual, where you are doing more research by hand and then moving on to the content creation. Ranklytics is a lot more automated. Now I'm going to show you exactly how that works out. But first, let's select tasks done by AI. So I'm just going to do everything. I'm going to show you how to publish it to a website as well. Default style of writing, I want it to be informative and also casual. Example articles you like. So I'm actually just going to go to these affiliate blogs and just put them right here. And then you can also decide how many articles per month you want the AI to generate. I'm just going to leave this at 6. Depending on the tier you get as well, determines how many articles you can generate. Now click on next. Now it's creating our project. Okay, so this is our project here. I'm going to click on go to dashboard. So this is the main dashboard for our project. So there's a lot coming at you. Okay, so Ranklytics follows 3 main general steps. So you add keywords, you review the content strategy, and then you publish content. You could view some quick actions right here, like doing your keyword research, backlink gap analysis, ranking report, run a content audit, autopilot mode, find a content gap. You can also view metrics for your website here as well. Now, keep in mind that I did not connect my Google Analytics or Google Search Console. This all comes from the Ranklytics sources. Not exactly sure where they are pulling from, but this is the information that they have. We could view our top potential keywords, a list of other competitors. Now let me open up another one. So this one here is a project I created a while back. So I just want to show you how the analytics looks like. Okay, so you could view the traffic trend, the ranked keywords. I could see it kind of dropped around June 10th, but before that it was kind of going higher and higher. And then content pipeline, potential keywords, so on and so forth. So again, this tool is all about easy content creation, just churning out articles. So if you click on content, you could view the board or the calendar. So these are 2 upcoming pieces of content. One is in the works and one is planned. And then you could view the calendar as well. So when it will be published. You could even toggle on the autopilot mode. So the AI will create your content strategy by finding the best keywords and content ideas for you and will automatically generate and publish content on your behalf on specific dates. So really, you don't need to do anything. The AI will generate everything for you. So I'm going to toggle everything on. So again, this is another project of mine. When I was creating the first project, we had to do everything here. Now let me click on save. Okay, so it is done. So autopilot mode is on. So now, as you could see, the AI automatically created these topics and it'll tell you exactly when it will publish these. Okay, so this is July, and then this is August. Nothing is in August because we only told it like 6 articles per month or per 30 days. So very hands-off, right? And then if we go back to board, now you could see these additional pieces of content that the AI automatically generated for us. And then if you go to keywords, you could view your list of keywords that I was kind of doing my keyword research on. So we can maybe click on find more keywords, type in my seed keyword, click on search. Okay, so this is my keyword research report. So we could see the list of keywords here, the average monthly searches, the keyword difficulty, paid ads competition, and then we can add it to our list or analyze it. Now, taking a look at this, I'm not as impressed as WriterZen, right? So this is the keyword report for WriterZen. So as you could see, much more robust, a lot more data that we can take a look at to help us determine what are the best keywords that we should write for our blog. So Ranklytics is a lot more simple, very stripped down. So I definitely prefer the WriterZen. Now we can analyze it, go deeper. So organic lavender essential oil, this has close to 400 searches per month. Now we can click into that to view the report for this specific keyword. Not exactly sure why the keyword difficulty is blank. My current rank is 0, number of pages ranked is 0, secondary keywords, the user intent. I do like the user intent, so find where to buy organic lavender, learn the benefits, discover how to use it, compare prices. So this helps me determine the type of content. And then these are content ideas. Now I do like this, right? So list of content ideas, 10 surprising ways to use organic lavender essential oils in your life. You can add it to the project. You could start writing, and then it's gonna pull the top 10 competitors. And here are the top 10 competitors. So Amazon, so on and so forth. You could see the rank. Now let's just say I want to add maybe the ultimate guide, add it to the project, and then we can also start writing. Let's do that right now. So I'm gonna click on start writing. So we basically are gonna follow this like 3-step process. So everything gets pre-populated for me. I don't need to think about anything. So this is the keyword we're targeting, the title, the page slug, the meta description, and then we can see a list of semantic keywords. They all kind of look good, but all natural lavender products, I don't like that. So I'm gonna exit that one. And then you could see kind of like the score, the title, and all of this is not filled out yet because we didn't create any content. So I'm gonna click on create outline. And now the AI is automatically generating the outline for us, but it seems like it's generating the whole article because I do see some content, but I think this is just kind of like a general piece of content outline for us. Okay, so ultimate guide, what is organic lavender essential oil, benefits, uses, how to choose, safety tips, conclusion. So not too bad. Now I'm gonna click on next. So now, okay, now it's writing the full draft. And as you can see on the right-hand side, all these semantic keywords are, as they're being used, they're turning into green. So it's an easy way to visually see which keywords are being used and which ones we still need to add to our article. Okay, so it generated close to 3,000 words. And I believe, let's take a look at this. Okay, so it added internal links. So soothing essential oils. Yep, this one I know is, so it's kind of hard to, you need to kind of highlight some of the letters and then this will pop up and then you click the link and then you can view the exact URL. So not that easy to view the actual URL. You kind of need to highlight and then click here. But it looks like it did add some relevant internal links to my website. So I really like that. The content itself reads pretty well. One thing I want to show you is if you click on this gear icon, you could actually choose the AI model. So you could choose between GPT-4o or Claude 3.5. Now, these are not the newest AI models, unfortunately, but these two are still very good. GPT-4o is very good. So you kind of at least have knowledge as to what AI Ranklytics is using. And then on the right-hand side, you do see the overall score. The title is optimized. The H1 tag is optimized. Keyword density should be between 1% to 2%. I don't know if it's lower or higher than that. I wish it told me to reduce the keyword density or increase it. So it's a little vague. Featured image. We can generate an image. Let's click on generate an image. Generate using AI, or we can use stock photos. So these are all of the stock photos we can choose from. Let's click on generate using AI. Write your prompt to generate an image using AI. Lavender essential oil bottle on top of a nightstand next to an essential oil diffuser. Okay, so let's have AI generate the featured image for us. All right, so here we go. So I think it is okay. It could be better, but it's not bad, right? It's kind of like an illustration. So at least it makes sense. It looks good overall, right? So I like it. Now, what we are seeing here on the right-hand column is the optimize. We can also view the stats. So use one or more of these stats to enrich your blog. And then you could also take a look at internal links that the AI is suggesting we link to. Now, keep in mind, it automatically added some external and internal links by itself. Okay, so that's nice to know. And once we are done, we can click on save, and then we can preview this. Let's click on preview. So this is just a general preview of the article. Everything looks good. Now, unfortunately, this featured image is cropped, so I don't really like this featured image, but you can download it and then maybe do some edits to it. We also can publish it. Now I'm going to click on publish, and it should automatically publish to my website. Content published successfully. Now here is the back end of my website. Right here, the ultimate guide to organic lavender essential oils. I'm going to preview that. And earlier today, I did have Ranklytics automatically publish this other article. So here it is. So it automatically published the article it generated, including the featured image, onto my website. So overall, it looks really good. It reads pretty good as well. So this is an entire blog article, right? Within a matter of a few minutes, you have an entire blog article on your website. Now, this is the other article that it generated and automatically published by itself as well. So you could see that. And it also generated this featured image as well. So as you could see, a really easy way to have a functioning content machine that just churns out content. And then you could view in your content board what's being worked on, planned. You can set it as published if you want to, review draft. So a great way to work with your team to make sure they are writing the content, what status it is, and then you can, finalize it and then publish it. Now, regarding additional tools, you could do a content audit. So Ranklytics will audit your pages. So let's see this one here. So this is one of the pages that I wanted to audit. So it gives you the word count, readability. Okay, so here is the fully finished report, the current rank, largest contentful paint, so the speed, SEO score. So it's comparing us to our top ranking competitors. These are the meta tags analysis, keywords to use. So it looks like I definitely need to be adding more keywords, like add moisture, dry air. You could see the search volume as well. Now, one thing I noticed is that there are null for a handful of the keywords here. Not sure if that is a bug. You can see the difficulty, current rank. Now, I wish we could sort, right? Like I might want to sort by search volume or difficulty, but unfortunately there is no way to sort this table. And then you could also view a further analysis of the content itself, and then we can compare competitors. right? So what's their word count, how many H1 tags they're using, H2 tags, so on and so forth. So a really nice way to audit pages on an individual basis. We could also reverse engineer. Let's take a look at this report right here. So we could see what we are doing compared to our competitors, okay? So this is the position compared to our top like 4 competitors. Keyword in URL, yes. Keyword in title, keyword in description, so on and so forth. So another great way to analyze your content with your competitors in this table. Now, I really wish we could export this because I know our clients would love this type of report. Unfortunately, there is no way that I could see we could export this, but regardless, this is a great table that we can analyze to see how we stack up against our competitors. We could also do a content gap analysis. So you could add your competitors here and find the content gaps. And these are the keywords that your competitors rank for, but you don't. So these are all the keywords that RockyMountainOils.com ranks for, right? You could see the search volume, the green check, right? And see all of these keywords. And then we could track it and do additional deeper research by clicking on report, and it'll kind of show us the search volume, so on and so forth. And then we can end up writing an article targeting this keyword that our competitor ranks for, but we don't. There's also the backlinks gap analysis. So let me show you that report. Okay, so I don't have the backlink gap analysis feature. So I only can see 3 backlinks. So I would need to upgrade this to get the full backlink gap analysis. But if you are doing SEO, this is a must-have feature because you obviously want to know what backlinks your competitors have, but you don't. And then these are all of the reports. So we could see the ranked keywords. So these are all of the keywords that my website ranks for. So as you could see right off the bat, most of my keywords are not ranking on the, well, actually none of my keywords are ranking on the first page. Most of them are page 3 or further down. And then you could see the exact keywords, the rank, the search volume. We can track them, get a fully detailed report, even view the page that this keyword ranks for. Now, I really wish they updated this table to show you the URL of the page, but unfortunately, you need to click on View Page. There's also the On-Page Fixes report, so you could audit your entire website to see what you need to fix, right? In terms of the backlinks, the titles, images, so on and so forth. And for the pages report, we could see on a page by page level what the search traffic is, on-page score, ranked keywords. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what the time range is. So is this on a monthly basis, a weekly basis? I have no idea. But let's open up this report. And for the report for this specific page, we could see additional data and all of the keywords listed out right here. So tons of keywords. So if we want to make this page rank higher, we can optimize this page and make sure we are targeting all of these keywords better. And then we could also view the backlinks report. Now you can only view it if you have the right tier. Now for settings, these are your project settings. And for the publish settings, you can connect your WordPress. Okay, so I did connect my WordPress. It's fairly easy to do. You just give it the login, and then you need to generate like a password, and then you feed it to Ranklytics, and then it automatically connects to your WordPress. You do not need to add a WordPress plugin. Okay, you just need to fill out a very simple form to connect. And then you could view your usage limits for this specific project. So you could do everything piecemeal here, or you can make it very easy by click on write an article. And then you could basically follow the step-by-step process, like giving it a keyword, and then it'll generate the outline, write the full article for you, add the images, so on and so forth. So as you can see, Ranklytics is a much easier way to publish content as much as possible and as easy as possible. Now, in terms of navigating the tool, I think this tool, in terms of the UI UX, can definitely be improved. Compared to WriterZen, there was a lot coming at you with WriterZen. It does take a while to understand all of this content, but after a while, things do get easier to very quickly skim. You know exactly what to click on. So a lot of data in front of you in WriterZen. It could be difficult in the beginning to understand everything, but I love how WriterZen is much more data heavy. But on the flip side with Ranklytics, the data isn't as heavy. I don't think it is as, I guess, it is useful, but I wish there was just more data. And I wish the UI looked better. I think WriterZen, it just looks much better. So personally, I feel like I would be much more happy using WriterZen. But at the same time, with Ranklytics, I know my blog section of my website would be constantly be updated with fresh content every single time. And I don't even need to do anything. The AI will write everything for me and then publish it for me. I don't need to copy and paste anything myself. Now, Ranklytics starts at $69 for tier 1. Now, the deal structure is not as great as WriterZen, unfortunately. I have tier 3, so I do have the auto scheduling, API access, and the white labeling. So this is a really powerful feature. So you can invite your clients and have them use the tool to generate blog articles by themselves, and you can pay to have them use your own white labeled version of Ranklytics. But if you get tier 4, you get all of these backlink gap analysis, structured data markup, and generative engine optimization. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't really dive deep into these 3 because I don't have tier 4. Now, when it comes to the white label, this is the white label admin. So you can enable account reselling. So to set this up, you can add your currency, OpenAI keys, and Stripe account. You can add your plans and add-on fees, configure your brand colors, logo, and domain, and then you can start selling. So you could sell access to your own SEO keyword research content creation tool. So you can update your branding right here, add your own custom domain. So if you want to make money selling content, but by selling your own SEO content writing SaaS tool, Ranklytics is the one you want to get.